So, good morning, children. In today's class, we'll be starting chapter number 8, Cell Structure and Functions. So, yesterday we discussed the misunderstood words of this chapter. As this chapter is a new one for you, first time you are going to study about the cell. What is the structure of cell and what function does the cell performing in our body? All these things we are going to study in this chapter. Internal structure of the cell. So, first of all, before going further, you should know the definition of cell. What does a cell means? So, it is a smallest structural and functional unit. As the name is showing, structural, it forms a structure and it performs all the functions. Okay. So, this is a structural and functional unit of living organism. And cell is smallest part. Cell is the smallest unit of the living organisms. And what happens? Cell performs each and every function of our body. You must have heard that different types of cells are present in our body, like cheek cells are there, will study the difference between plant and animal cell also. That what is the difference between the plant and animal cell, that also we are going to discuss here. So let's start with the next part. First of all, let's study about the cell theory. Actually, what do you mean by the cell? And cell is the smallest unit of life. Smallest part, that is known as smallest part of living organism is known as cell. Is it clear? Very, very small, and it can't be seen with the naked eye. We can't see it with the naked eye. It can be seen only with the help of a microscope. Second point, it is a basic structural and functional unit of life because it performs all the functions and provides structure to the living organism. Number 3 is new cells arise from pre-existing cell. You know cell, children, how we grow. Uh, you people are growing, we people are growing. So how you are growing? Because of new cells formation. New cells forms, and from where that new cells formed, that are arise from the pre-existing cell. Pre-existing means already cells are present in our body, and the new cells are forming from that pre-existing cells. Means cells keep on dividing and the new cells keep on forming. So means new cells, whenever they are formed, they are arise from the pre-existing cell. The few of the cells which are present earlier, new cells are formed from there only. One more point in the cell theory is all organisms are composed of one or more cells. As you know, children, we have done in the misunderstood words even unicellular and multicellular. I'm talking about. Uni means only one. Means that are the cells which are made up of only organisms which are made up of only one cell. That is a unicellular. And the organisms which are made up of more than one cell, they are known as multicellular, like human beings. Million, billion, trillions of the cells are present in our body. Countless cells are present in our body because cell keep on dividing and new cells keep on forming. And few of the unicellular organism you are knowing about it. Few of the unicellular organism you have read, that is amoeba, paramecium. These all are the unicellular organisms. And let me tell you one thing, that unicellular organism perform all the basic functions. All the basic functions which are performed by our body. Like, you know, in our body, each part has different cells. Like if I'm talking about RBCs, WBCs, platelets, cheek cell, skin cell, different cells are present in our body. So they are performing their own function. But in unicellular, what happens? One cell perform all the functions, even that is digestion, even that is ingestion, assimilation, absorption. All the functions are performed by only a single cell. So these are the basic points of cell. We are going to study about cell theory. These are the points of cell theory. I hope you have understood this, all the points. If any query, if anything you have not understood, you may raise hand and you can ask. This is a cell theory, means basic points of cell. Cell theory means basic points of cell we have discussed here. Next is discovery of cell. Now, who has discovered the cell? Which scientist is responsible for it? So here is the name of the scientist, Robert Hooke. Children, kindly underline in your book. He was the first scientist to discover the existence of cells with the help of a microscope in 1965. Kindly underline, it's very, very important. Many of the time you will get the questions either in the MCQ form, either in 1 mark. The name of the scientist and the year in which the cell was discovered. So kindly mark it. So first of all, from where he got an idea? Yes, Ivanshi, you can
Excuse
ask.
me, ma'am.
Yes. Yes.
Ma'am, in book it is written 1665.
1665. Exactly, it is 1665. This is by mistake. It is 1965. Otherwise, 1665 is there. Okay, from where he get an idea to discover the cell? Actually, he observed the thin slice of cork. Cork, you know, that is a part bark of a tree. Bark of जो tree का outer cover होता है, from the bark of a tree, he has taken a slice of that, very small piece of that, and seen under a microscope. When he seen under a microscope, he saw a honeycomb like structure. Honeycomb, you know, I think honeycomb like structure. Then what he did, he had seen that there are small compartments which are further separated by a wall. आपने देखा होगा मधुमक्खी का छत्ता, honeycomb structure देखा हुआ ना, how different compartments are present in that, and each and every compartment is separated by a wall. So first of all he observed that thing. So I think I'm very, very clear. Robert Hooke was the first scientist to discover in 1665. So from where he got an idea? He just saw a slice of cork under a microscope, and what he observed? Honeycomb-like structure. And honeycomb, you know, मधुमक्खी का छत्ता किस टाइप का बना होता है? There are the hexagon. अगर आप उसको ध्यान से देखते हो तो inside different compartments are there, and different compartments, each and every compartment is separated by a wall. Okay, so this was a discovery of cell. Who discovered the cell first of all? Next very interesting fact about cell is cell number. How many cells are present? So on the basis of number of cells, living organisms can be divided into two categories. We can see that how many categories are there? Two categories. Again, one is unicellular and other is multicellular. So we have already discussed about the unicellular and multicellular. Next is unicellular means the organisms which consist of only one cell, only and only one cell. Amoeba and Euglena, Paramecium are the examples of unicellular. And multicellular, the organisms which consist of more than one cell, that we can say earthworm, human beings, etc. So till here, is it clear? Saksham Vasanwal, don't talk. Be attentive. Surbhi Saini. Have you understood the concept of unicellular and multicellular? You know this or not? Children, till here, is it clear?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Any one of
Yes,
you
ma'am.
who have not understood, he or she can ask. So till here, this is a basic structure we have read. Now let's come for the next one. What is the next one? What is the shape of the cell? What is the size of the cell? So let's see to it. The shape of the cell differ not only the different organism, even the organ of the same organism. If I am talking about like we are the human being, so different organisms have different shape and different size of the cell. Shape of the cell may be oval, spherical, cuboidal, fiber like, or it can be in the polynomial shape, polygonal shape. Any of the shape can be there. Different shapes can be there. So children, you can make the web chart of it also. The shapes of cell. Different shapes of the cells are there, and even the diagram is there in your book. Okay, is it clear or not, children? The shape of the cell, that can be of any shape, maybe oval, spherical, cuboidal, fiber like, and it can be a polygonal shape. Any of the shape can be there. And what about the size? That size is also different. Even the smallest size, that is like a bacteria, it's about zero point 0.1 micron in diameter. It's very, very small. And largest cell, that is of ostrich egg, 170 in diameter. Kindly mark it, children. Kindly mark it. It's very, very important. The smallest cell is a cell, mycoplasma, is about zero point 0.1 micron in diameter. And largest cell is with 170 in diameter. So you may underline this. So we'll discuss about the shape and size in detail. So I hope till here, very small part will take on the regular basis so that it should be clear to you that how and what to do. I hope children till here it is clear. Now further we will be discussing about prokaryotes and eukaryotes and about the internal structure of cell. Okay. So is it clear, children?
Yes, ma'am.
So we are going to discuss any of the queries you can ask for any of the query. If you are not getting anything, you can ask.
Ma'am, please explain cell size.